Hello, good morning. Good morning. How are you? I hope you are having a fantastic day. Let me get this in here. That is not what that was supposed to be. Let me get this right. While you're getting on, if you are watching the recording, feel free to skip ahead. Make sure you hashtag replay so that I know that you were here. I really do appreciate my replay viewers. I'm typing all in your ear. Sorry about that. Here we go. Oops, almost messed up. Almost messed up. Okay. So if you're watching the replay, make sure you hashtag replay so that I know that you were here. While you are getting on, I am going to share this out in a few of my favorite spots. I do believe that I forgot to adjust some technology, so this might be interesting how this turns out. That is the way it is. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, happy Friday. It is Friday and it is the first day of fall. And you know what? I gotta wear a sweater today because it's cold. Okay, I'm not happy. But it'll be warm later on this week. It's supposed to be. So I'll be waiting for that and praying and hoping because, yeah, I'm not ready for it to be cold yet. So, let me share this out in my favorite spots, and then I need to get going. There we go. And let me share this in another group. Need to share this. I make sure I share these out in spots where I know folks need to hear this. Okay, so let us get going. Again, welcome to the show. My name is Lysandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady. I help home business owners win the tax game by helping you keep more of the money you earn and paying less to Uncle Sam in taxes. I am here Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish. And when you tune into my show, you're going to hear about tax topics related to home business and other times when I just on a whim go live and we talk about life and business and just how we do this whole thing called Life Better Together. In the news today, side hustling tax evaders. Okay, let me tell y'all what. All right, so a couple days ago, a Finder.com, posted this article about side hustling and tax evasion, right? And it was really cool because they quoted moi in the article, but they gave some really great statistics. And it was something, that caught the eye of somebody because Forbes has just put an article out yesterday or the day before. So this whole gig economy thing is really coming to the forefront as a way that people are making money and how we are surviving. But what that means is if you're in the news twice, guess who else's radar you're going to be on next? The IRS. Okay, so let me share some interesting statistics that they shared in this article. It's really eye-opening and so very cool. All right, so they conducted a survey in July. So they said that 69.8 million people are really jumping into the gig economy and not declaring it on their taxes. Gig economy, we're talking about people who might be driving for Uber, walking dogs, fixing stuff, whatever, right? But they're not claiming the income. And it's also estimated that 214.6 billion, why couldn't they just round it 215 billion? Okay, after a while, for real, come on. $215 billion undeclared to the IRS each year. that's no bueno either. So if if you're going to be on the IRS radar, that is just so not cute. All right. So who are the tax dodging side hustlers? Ready for this? Millennials are the worst, right? 33.3% of all side hustling millennials are tax evaders. Doggone them, darn millennials. But us Gen Xers, we're not far behind, 26%. And baby boomers, 16.6% are hopping into the gig economy, okay? Because what are we figuring out? We're figuring out that one, these jobs ain't loyal, and number two, your side hustle can become your business. Hey, good morning, Jana. You guys, Jana makes the most fabulous custom quilts. Like, these are keepsake things that you pass along to your family. She's on here, wanted to shout her out and say hello. Okay. So now here's something else. 36.3% of those earning incomes $150,000 to $300,000 a year in income also make money on the side without claiming it. What is wrong with them? Okay. So let's see. Of those who are making extra on the side, 30.7 are men, 30.7% are more likely than women to not declare it to the IRS. Okay, so the averages, let's talk about the averages. Side hustlers are making about $3,000 average off the books, okay, about $250 a month. And the pay, where there's like a 79% pay gap between men and women in the regular marketplace, there is only a 97% pay gap. So 3%. So women, we're making our money on the side hustle. Okay. Let's see. What's the most popular side hustles not to declare? Cleaning, babysitting. Babysitting falls under another under another category for taxes. So I really wouldn't call that a side hustle because it actually falls under another category. But creative freelance work, freelance advice, driving services such as, ride sharing, Uber, delivery, taxi services, and handymen. Okay. So what do you need to know? All right. So Jenna asked, how much do you need to make on the side to start declaring? Okay, so you're supposed to declare all of your income, but for income $400 or less, okay, you don't owe self-employment taxes. All right. Now, okay, so also what you invest, the expenses that you have, you can deduct that from the income. So you've got your income and you can deduct your expenses. And so that's your Schedule C. That's where your tax deductions are. But if you're making at least $400, you definitely have to declare that. Okay. Now, here's what you need to know. Okay, so if you have a third-party payer, okay, so people that drive for Uber, if you through PayPal, if you have e-commerce, if you're dealing with a third-party payer, means somebody else is involved in you receiving your money, then anything over $600 is going to get reported to the IRS, okay? If you get a 1099, which you should get a 1099 if you have earned $600 or more, okay? If you get that 1099, the IRS has a copy of the 1099. You may also receive a 1099K, which is for 200 transactions or more, or $20,000 in income, okay? If you get a 1099K, the IRS has a 1099K, okay? So whatever tax forms you get, all right, if you get a tax form, guess what? The IRS also has a tax form. Now, some people might, say, okay, well, what if I'm getting paid off the books? Okay, paid off the books is illegal. Paid under the table, off the side, loop it, swoop it, all that's illegal, okay? If you are working somewhere, if you are working a job, meaning that they tell you what time you come to work, what time you go home, how much money you're going to make, all of that, that is a job, all right? Although your employer might try to treat you like an independent contractor, that is a job. They are supposed to be withholding employment taxes and submitting that to the government. And oh, by the way, the IRS is coming for people who don't pay their employment taxes. So if you have an employer that's not paying employment taxes, it's only a matter of time before the IRS will show up at their door. And yes, they will shut a business down for not paying their employment taxes. Okay. Now, what you have to know is that, it really, the thing that people want to know is, how do I get caught? How would the IRS know if I'm making money and this, that, and the other? Okay. The IRS ain't dumb, y'all. I need for you guys to get this. Even though that there is a cut in funding to the IRS, it just means more innovation. The IRS is going to have to get more innovative in the way that they do things. Now, for people that are trying to operate in cash and all of that stuff, listen to me. All it takes is somebody pissed off to rat you out to the IRS. It's called the whistleblower program. If it did not happen, it would not be a whistleblower program. They would not have a form for you to fill out to say, hey, I think this person is dodging taxes. I need for you all to get this, okay? So, a lot of people think that if I deal in cash, the IRS will never know. Ask DMX. Can I tell you how much hot water he is in right now because he tried to deal in cash, okay? All they need to do is get wind that you're doing something hinky, and they will investigate you and they will build a case against you. They might not stop you at 3 months, 6 months, a year, but if they take a minute to build a case to make sure you are guilty, you are going to have to go through a whole lot to prove yourself innocent, okay? You got to understand this. So it is absolutely illegal to not claim your income, okay? Now, if I'm not talking about if you hold a yard sale and you make money from a yard sale or something like that. I'm not talking about that. IRS ain't worried about that. We're talking about people who are, who have a business. If you are making money for yourself, you're considered an independent contractor. You are considered self-employed. You are in business as far as the IRS is concerned. So if you are out there getting your life, getting paid under the table and off the books and all of that stuff, please know that that is illegal. If you're not filing taxes, you can go to jail for not filing taxes. Tax evasion, which is not paying your taxes due or not reporting your income, you can go to jail, okay? Orange might be the new black, but it does not look good on me, okay? So I'm just letting you know. Jenna asked, do you need all receipts for expenses or can you use credit card statements to back up expenses? No, ma'am, you need receipts, whether they are physical receipts, digital receipts, you got to have receipts. Credit card statements and bank statements are not enough. They only show that a charge occurred, but it really doesn't show what the purpose was for. It doesn't show, if you're buying quilting material, I don't know what you make your fabulous quilts out of, right? So let's say you go buy a spool of thread. If you go to a fabric store, they just know you went into a fabric store. They don't know if you bought fabric stuff for your own personal use or for your business. So that's why you have to have receipts to back up all of your expenses. But anywho, back to this side gig, and y'all, listen, if we got 2 news articles out in Forbes, it hit the Forbes radar. Listen, I'm telling y'all, you better get right, because see, with this tax reform coming, if any of these measures get passed, you guys, there's going to be a lot of tax dollars that are now gone, and they're going to have to pay for it some kind of way. So they're already, the IRS is already coming for, like I said, employers who are not paying their employment tax. Okay. And the majority of the people that are not paying employment tax are small business owners, okay? Because what happens is that the business gets in trouble and they see this pot of money that's employment tax money, and then they borrow from the employment tax money and they never submit it to the government. The government has already said they're coming for them. That is what's out on the tax streets. They're coming for non-filers. Okay. And listen, all they got to do is build a case against you. There, like I said, you might miss 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but see, there is no statute of limitations when you don't file. Okay. So if they wait until 2022 to figure out that you did not file in 2012, guess what? If you had a filing requirement and you owed, then you're going to owe from 2012 up till 2022. Okay. I need for you guys to get this. Okay. Like, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm giving you the facts. All right. Because that's what I do. I keep my ear to the ground to find out what's happening on the tax street so I can come back and inform you, my fabulous audience. So, yeah. So with the side hustles, listen, there are so many ways for you to legally avoid paying taxes that just not filing and not declaring your income is just not smart. It's just not. Okay, because all you need is somebody that's hot as fish grease and call the IRS and says, hey, I think Jana's over there making some money tax free. Thank you. Click. And the whistleblower gets a percentage of whatever they collect from the IRS. All right. Let me give you an example. There's this pizza joint in New Jersey, I think. They fired this guy. He was ticked off. So he called the FBI and said that the pizza guy was a front for a drug business, right? Well, it was a complete lie, but they had the IRS involved. And so the IRS was sitting there watching how many pizzas were coming out of the pizza joint, right? Just a click, 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 right? They did the math and they realized these people have been underreporting income. So they got shut down because this pissed off employee told a lie and said they were fronting for drugs, but the IRS got involved and realized that they were tax evaders and got shut down. That's all it takes. And so they're on cash businesses. They're on cash businesses like laundromats, hair salons, barbershops, pizza restaurants. If you're dealing with a lot of cash, oh yes, you are on the radar. Listen, can I tell y'all how slick the IRS is? I need for y'all to get this. I might be enlightening somebody today. They can look at the product you're buying, your water bill. If you're a salon, for instance, if they're looking at how much shampoo you bought, how much your water bill is, they can tell you about how much money you should have reported. And if you did not report said income, guess what? They're coming for you. Same thing with laundromats, car washes, where you go and drop all them quarters in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're looking at your water bill and saying, okay, according to how much you spent for this water, you should have washed X amount of cars and made X amount of money, but this is what you reported. So we're going to investigate and you get audited. And if you cannot substantiate that income or those expenses or what have you, you're going to pay. You will pay. Social media. Listen, y'all hear me talking about don't let your social media betray you, right? So y'all be all up on social media, flashing your cash, right? You showing you at the party, right? The IRS is going, look at that. Look at this, look at this pile of money. How much taxes is she paying? Oh, we don't have enough tax money for her. And they will use your social media to build a case against you guys. I am telling you, I am not paranoid. This is what the IRS is doing. I need for y'all to know this. So, it was a fun article. It was enlightening with the statistics because they did a survey of 2,200 people. Y'all can read the article. It's there. I pinned it. It's in the pinned comments. But the thing about it is that you got to be on the right side of the IRS because your tax status affects so much. Okay, if you owe more than $50,000 in taxes, you can't renew your passport. Okay, If your tax status is not appropriate, if you have not filed taxes correctly, if you have not filed taxes at all, and your kid goes to file to get financial aid for school, guess what? You're going to have to fix your tax situation before your kid can apply for financial aid and be eligible. So you're not just talking about you, you're talking about your family as well. Okay. These are the things that I have seen. Okay. So, so that's it, guys. I really hope that you got something good out of this. I really hope this helped you out. Like I said, there's so many legal ways to avoid paying taxes that, you don't have to worry about hiding money from the government. I mean, you just don't. I mean, but I guarantee you, if you're faced with going to jail for 10 years or writing a check, I bet you'd just rather write a check, right? Nicole says she wondered how all these smart big business been getting away with stuff. Okay, because see, they've been getting away with stuff because they have some fancy and really smart accountants. But see, they're getting caught though. See, that's the thing. They're getting caught slowly but surely. And when they get caught, they got to pay. I want to say the biggest, the most recent biggest one was Caterpillar, I do believe. And they got caught up in a tax, some kind of tax scheme. Anyway, the whistleblower is walking away with the $1.2 million. I know that. So, yeah. If you've got some, some fancy money crunching, team of people going on, yeah, you can hide for a while, but it will catch up. That's how the whole, Enron and all those stuff, yeah, they can do all this fancy stuff with numbers, but eventually it will catch up. It will catch up because one, somebody's going to get mad and tell it, okay? And number two, the company is going to fold. I mean, that's just the way it is. All right. So yeah. So listen, you guys, if you need some help, you can book a tax consult with me. I'll put that in the comments when I get done, because y'all know I can't talk and type at the same time. Or shoot me an inbox and we'll schedule something. But yeah, it's time to get right, you guys. It's fourth quarter. We got time to get right. Look at your receipts, get all this stuff together. Okay. So you can be ready for tax time. All right. And you don't have to worry about Uncle Sam coming for you because you will be ready. All right. Thanks so much, you guys. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.